Hello everyone, and welcome to Michael's Richard Game Reviews. And this week I'm reviewing the Sega Mega Drive Reactor console. I'm going to be brutally honest with this review. This isn't going to be super in-depth because I could spend all day tearing apart this unit. It's going to be a review slash first impressions, and to me first impressions are everything. This could turn out to be an okay console, but there's no way it can cover from its first impressions. Let's take a look inside the box. The box itself looks quite nice. That's one of the disappointing things about it. Right, first thing is, a manual, which you don't really need. The console itself, which is, and I mean it is light. I mean, look. Yeah, it's probably got literally one little board in it. Right, you got your power jack there, and you got a mini AV leads, which is quite handy. And it's also battery powered, so the cool thing about this system, you can actually put some batteries in, take it with you, and provided you can link it to a TV. But then again, would you really want to take this with you? Right. You got your two controllers. You got your AV leads and the power adapter. Okay, the controllers. Now this can be used in two ways. Either like that for interactive games, or playing ordinary games. I'm not really that impressed by it. I mean, when I got it, these buttons were completely stuck in. At first they wouldn't even work. And there's not much in the way of side buttons, let's put it that way. The buttons feel okay. D-pad's a little bit clingy. I mean, you couldn't do a game like Street Fighter. I mean, something like Sonic Hedgehog's about the best you could do. The worst thing is the layout, right? When you're playing a Mega Drive game, you've got the A, B and C button, right? A and B's here, and your C button is up. I think it's this one here, which is just ridiculous. Why not just do A, B and C? That just seems ridiculous to me. To have your three Mega Drive buttons located, two here and one there. You're better off having one there and there. And then when you play the interactive games, you go like that. It doesn't work. You go like, just to do that. And the same with that. So that's the controller. It takes 3 AA batteries and it's not really that comfortable. I think as an interactive controller, if it had grips on the side, it could have been nice, but as an actual gamepad, not really. Now, a bit of history about it. In early 2010, maybe late 9, there were rumours of a new Sega console. These were just rumours. Now, Sega for years, even after they stopped making consoles, was still making hardware, mainly arcade hardware. Even after the Game Gear, there was rumours that they were working on the Game Gear 2, and after the Dreamcast, there was rumours they were working on the Dreamcast 2. Now, Sega is a huge company with so many divisions inside it. There are still people inside Sega who think there were going to be a Dreamcast 2. So it wasn't too far to believe there could be one day another Sega console. Now in the arcades at the moment there are two arcade boards. There's the ring edge and the ring wide. Now these have been patented so they could maybe eventually be in the homes. I don't think it'll ever happen, to be honest with you. Plus also they've also patented controllers, memory sticks and lots of peripherals. So, and maybe this was just to test the water to see if people were still hungry for Sega, which I believe they are, but they should not be hungry for this. Now you look at it, right? It's nice. Okay, it's got the Sega Mega Drive logo. It's got Sonic. Notice how he's run away from it. That's a bad sign. Now to me the biggest appeal was the fact there are 20 Mega Drive games in this. Now to me that's the biggest appeal. Anything else in here is a bonus. I mean, you've got 20 Mega Drive games, you've got a bunch of arcade games. Now I thought, arcade games, maybe these are old classic Sega arcade games that I hadn't played before. And yeah, these are just quick little games that were made for the system that play absolutely horribly. and I mean horribly. They are absolutely horrible. They don't even count as arcade games. And the worst thing is the interactive sports games. Now, these controllers, I thought they might play similar to the Wii remote, maybe not quite sensitive. They are terrible. Literally, you point it forward and you shake it in one direction, and if you're lucky, it may move to the left or the right. It's just a very, very interactive controller system. Honestly, these interactive sports games with the motion controller thing, it could have been played with an ordinary controller. There's no need to make them interactive. So far the arcade games to me are absolutely rubbish, and the interactive games are rubbish. But the biggest thing is, how do the Mega Drive games compare? Now, before I talk about the Mega Drive games, I'll talk about the system. If you look at it, it's very lightweight, very thin, and you've got to think to yourself, how they do that? Well, a little more history, right? A lot of these old 16-bit consoles, the patents from have expired, so I bet you that all this is clone hardware. And I bet you, other than the Mega Drive logo, Sonic, and the Mega Drive games, I bet you they're the only thing this company got a license for. Now, it's clone hardware, and I think inside it, all there is just one board with one chip. Now, it's called a console on a chip. Now, the old consoles can be miniaturized, digitized, with new technology to the point where on one little chip, you've got the entire Sega console on it. And does it play the same? No, it doesn't. Now, the reason I love these games is not just the fact these are great games, some of it's nostalgia. Like the way these games look, the way they sound. They're so distinctive that you just take one look at them and you can tell something's wrong. And there is a lot of things wrong. To give you an idea of how the sound sounds so different from this unit compared to the original Mega Drive hardware, I'm going to do a test. I'm going to do the title music from Sonic & Knuckles, and I'm going to do it on the Mega Drive Reactor and on the original Mega Drive unit as well, so you can see what both of them sound like. As you can see, there is a huge difference. To give you an idea of how the frame rate is in this game compared to the original Mega Drive, I'll also do another test with Golden Axe. Now you'll see footage from the Mega Drive Reactor console and the original Mega Drive console itself. As you can see, there is a huge difference. The game just feels slower. Now, we've all played Golden Axe, which means if the game was off just by the slightest bit, you would know. And it just doesn't feel right. The frame rate, I think it's a consistent frame rate, but it's slower. And a lot of the time when you press a button, there is a delay. Now, this could be because of the controllers or the games, but I think it's a bit of both. And the worst thing is the music. Now, we've heard Sonic & Knuckles, every little tune, every note, every single tiny weeny detail in the sound. Now, if that is slightly off, you can tell just like that, and I could. And it made these games unplayable for me. I was really disappointed with this machine. I didn't expect much. I knew when it came out last year it was about £40, and it went down to 30. I got it for 25 quid. I didn't expect much. I expect these Mega Drive games to play like Mega Drive games. Did they? I'm afraid not, they didn't. So, my final thoughts. I don't know what to say. I mean, unless this was given to you for free, I wouldn't recommend it at all. It definitely gets the thumbs down. And I'm really disappointed. I didn't expect much. I didn't expect anything, to be honest with you. And I was really disappointed by this. I thought this could be a good little value. I mean, you got 20 Mega Drive games now. Imagine how much each of them would cost. Let's say 20 games, let's say a couple of pounds each. That's 40. So the fact that you get all these games on here in one little convenient system would have made it great value. That alone. And the fact that they don't play right, or even sound right, totally ruins it. So once again, thumbs down. I totally wouldn't recommend it. For 25 quid, you'd be better off picking up a used Mega Drive for £10 and picking up 2 or 3 games. That would be far better value than this. So once again, thank you for watching. Until next time, see you later.